All right, YouTube fam. So today's video, starting off in the truck, I'm heading to lunch, which if any of you guys are from Kansas City, check out Taco Villa. It's the shit. So anyways, I've seen a few videos lately of bigger YouTube channels, which, I mean, most of them are bigger than mine. I do this shit for fun. Talking about reasons why not to level your truck. So I appreciate that. I mean, I know everybody's going to say it changes suspension geometry, all that stuff. I get it. You know, I'll give you a little backstory on this. I had a 2015 Ram 1500. It was an Express 4x4 crew cab. It was a nice truck. It was my first Ram, but I was no stranger to leveling trucks, lifting trucks, Jeeps, you know, all that stuff. So that was my first Ram. And sorry, I'm moving all around here. My arm's getting tired. I started off with a cheap, you know, $50, $60 MotoFab 2-inch leveling spacer. The ride was shit. I had a clunk in the front end I couldn't get rid of. Fast forward a couple months after that, I said, you know, fuck this. I threw them in the trash and I upgraded to Bilstein 5100s. Never looked back. Those were awesome on my 2015. They were still on my 2015 when I traded it in. Bought my 2018 last July, and Bilsteins, why not? So I did 5100s. The truck had like 200 miles on it when I put them on there. Problem was, it didn't lift as much as they did on my 15, and that all goes back to Ram uses pretty soft springs in these trucks. I know they want to ride well, which they do. I mean, these are the best riding full-size trucks you can get, I think, because I've ridden in my neighbor's F-150. Good buddy of mine has an F-150 Lariat crew cab that I rode in. Nice trucks. I mean, I'm not talking shit, but they don't ride as well. So after I had the Bilsteins on here for a bit, I wanted a little more lift and adjustability, so I ditched those and I threw on the Icon 2.5 coilovers. What we're going to cover today is if you level a truck right, Bilstein 5100s, a coilover setup, something like that, it's fine. I mean, it rides good, it looks good. If you know, for some of us that tow fairly frequently and heavy, I don't want a big lifted truck. I want a leveled truck that looks better, can fit bigger tires, and still rides well. So that's what we're going to cover today, and I'll show you something else that's cut into my truck part money. That's why we're going to hold off on truck mods for a little bit. So we're going to cover something that I've already done to the truck, but haven't really talked about much. So while we're here at a stoplight, I'll show you what the other thing I got was. I got a 6-hour P365. This thing's the bomb. It is so comfortable to carry. It's awesome shooting gun. I haven't shot this one yet. I've shot one before, and apparently this guy's just gonna sit at the light. So anyways, we're off to lunch. I'll cover the pros and cons. We'll do cons too of leveling your truck here in a bit. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So maybe in the future we can do some gun videos or something too, because I love guns and very pro Second Amendment, so stay tuned. One other thing you guys might notice real quick is my truck's much quieter than it used to be. So I ditched the carbon I went back to stock. Great exhaust setup, sounds good. You know, I thought it droned a little bit at certain speeds. I mean, you change mile an hour, 1 or 2, you know, faster or slower, and that would pretty much mitigate itself. I'm just running an SNB intake with the plug removed and stock exhaust with 5-inch tips, and honestly, I really kind of like that setup. So just a real quick recap. If anybody that's watched the other videos wondered why the truck's so much quieter than normal. So sit tight, it's lunchtime. Okay, YouTube. Been meaning to finish this video. I was talking about the pros and cons of leveling your truck the other day. Like I said, I've seen a lot of videos, 5 reasons not to level your truck. Here's 5 reasons to level your truck. So what I'm running is, I don't know if you can see it in here, it's gonna be an Icon 2.5 coilover setup, which, you know, I know that's not gonna be your regular leveling kit, and that's also gonna run you as much as a dedicated 4-inch lift, but I'm able to run 35s. I don't have a cut cross member. The truck rides great. Like I said, I use it off-road. I use it towing and all that stuff. So number 1 reason to level your truck is it looks badass. I mean, this truck turned out great. Keep in mind, I'm also running a 1.5-inch body lift. 35, 12, 50, 20s. Number 2 reason is bigger tires. Like I just said, you can fit much bigger tire. It looks good. Everybody wants that nice meaty off-road look. Number 3, the reason why I prefer to run a setup like this is I didn't have to cut a cross member. There's setup down there. With a setup like this, you don't compromise, you know, the strength of the frame or anything like that. And that's not knocking dedicated lift kits. There's different strokes for different folks. I like lowered trucks, lifted trucks, leveled trucks. I like them all. I would say the 4th reason is cost. Now, I told you that I'm running the Icon adjustable coilover setup. Before that, I was running Bilstein 5100 set at 2.8. That's about a $200 kit, and it's gonna get you about the same stance. They ride great, they're adjustable. I think the biggest reason that guys talk about why not to level your truck, well, they're doing a 3-inch puck spacer. It's gonna ride like shit. It's gonna compromise your ball joints, CV axles, all that stuff. So, you know, again, different strokes for different folks. I'm not knocking those guys, but a setup like this, I could, if I really wanted to, with the coilovers up front, the reservoir shocks in the rear, I could probably feasibly jump this truck. Not that I'm going to. That's dumb. That's my daily driver. But I've got upgraded upper control arms and all that stuff. These coilovers that I have on the front are just tits, man. I love them. And the last reason that I would say to level your truck versus a lift kit is I can still fit in a garage. You know, you're looking at 4-inch lifts, 6-inch lifts with, you know, 35s, 37s, stuff like that. You're gonna have a hard time fitting in the garage. So those are my 5 reasons. They're bullshit probably. It's just funny because everybody does this this catchphrase, you know, at the beginning of their videos, you know, why not to level your truck and all that shit. So that's not me. I'm just having fun with it. Love this truck. It tows great, it rides great, looks great. So anyways, I just sold my retrofitted headlights to a guy on one of the forums I'm on. So expect an update on those tomorrow. And as always, do it for Dale.